Do you have a compelling audio podcast created with AI? Do you want to turn it into a video you can share on YouTube or TikTok? Stay tuned. I'll show you how. Hi, I'm Roger Dooley. I love audio content and I listen to lots of podcasts, but lots of people love video too. That's why I started recording my Brainfluence podcast in video years ago. Some episodes reach more audio listeners, but other episodes have reached thousands, even tens of thousands more people through video. And today, just playing the audio over a static image or with an audiogram animation is not good enough. I've published multiple how-to videos on creating AI podcasts using tools like Google's NotebookLM and Jellypod.AI. Now, I'll show you how to turn that audio content into real video. We're going to use a tool called HeyGen. I've got a link in the notes. HeyGen is introducing their own podcast maker, but we'll get to that in a future video. First, let's talk about your audio. The easiest way to create a video podcast is to use a single speaker. Google's NotebookLM currently uses the same two speakers every time and produces a single audio track. To turn that into a video is going to take manual editing in a tool like Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut. I'll show you an example of this later, but let's focus on the much easier process of adding video to a single speaker podcast. In my last how-to video, I showed how to use Jellypod.AI to create a short podcast, and that's what we'll use in this demo. So let's go over to HeyGen. If you haven't logged in or signed up yet, you'll see a screen something like this that will let you do those things. You can sign up, or if you're not logged in, you can log in. But we've already done that, so we're going to now go over to the home screen, which is what you would normally see once you were logged in. Now, there are a lot of things you can do with HeyGen, not only add video to an audio podcast. For example, you can create avatars, you can remove backgrounds. There's, in fact, a whole bunch of things that you can do here. They also have their experimental podcast maker. Today, we're going to focus very simply on adding the video to an audio. So we're going to click on Video and Create. And we're going to create an avatar video. And since we're working in landscape today, we will create a landscape video. When you get started, this is what you'll see. Now, we have to choose an avatar, and there are lots of avatars, and they have very different looks. Just as one example, we've got Gala here, who can be in formal settings, informal settings, businessy settings, very different, even curled up with a blanket. So depending on what you're looking for, you can choose the avatar that's going to match best. Now, one avatar I've had moderately good success with is Lesek here. So we're going to choose this position here. It's a nice semi-formal setting. He's got his arms open. Generally, you will choose your avatar and you can see if you want more hand motion or less hand motion. Some look rather realistic, others maybe a little bit less so, but we're going to go with this one. Now, what we have to do is add our script. There's an existing script here that we're going to remove. Okay, and now we're going to upload. And I've already uploaded some audio, so we're going to use one that I've already uploaded. And as you see now, it's added it down here. Let's go and play that and see what it sounds like and looks like.
Dive into Unity, the seventh principle of influence introduced by Robert Cialdini.
The reason Lesek's mouth isn't moving is because we have to submit that, and it'll generate then the matched video for the audio. So I'm going to go ahead and click Submit, and that'll take a few minutes. We'll be back then. Okay, we're back. That took less than 5 minutes, well under 5 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Here we go.
Welcome back to Persuasive Roger. So let's dive into Unity, the seventh principle of influence introduced by Robert Cialdini. If you've been following his work, you're probably familiar with his original 6 principles.
So there we have it. It looks reasonably convincing. The mouth may not match the words perfectly, but in general, I find HeyGen does a pretty good job of that. Now, I do want to show you one other thing here. Let's go back. We can also do these in vertical format. Here's an example of that.
Hello there. It's Nigel again, and today we're diving headfirst into a topic that I'm...
So obviously this would be appropriate for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and whatnot.
As someone who's spent years needing...
This particular actor, I think, is quite convincing because of the realistic walking and the hand motions. To me, it looks pretty legit. Okay, and one other thing I wanted to show you is how you could, even using NotebookLM with its two voices, manually edit a video together that looks pretty good, but of course it takes some extra effort. This is a demo I previously made, and it's on my YouTube channel.
Okay, so you've really hit me with a stack of Roger Dooley this time. Brainfluence, friction, the persuasion slide. Looks like we are going to be diving deep into how our brains work and how to use that for, well, lots of things.
You know, it's really all connected. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Dooley's tapped into something crucial about human behavior.
Okay.
So that looks pretty good. There are some issues, though, when you try and do that. For example, sometimes the characters interrupt each other or talk over each other. And in that case, if you're trying to have both of them on the screen at the same time, it might be tricky. Put both of them on the same screen, you'd also have to record some downtime for each one as if the other one was expectantly listening to the first person. So a little bit tricky, a little bit time consuming, but it is possible if you want to do it. I'm guessing that pretty soon there will be tools that will do this in an automated way, or the Google will produce a multi-track audio output that would make editing this much, much, much easier. Anyway, that's it for now. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.